Hello and welcome to the Weekly Blend. My name is Heidi Ellsworth.
I'm Karen Edwards.
And we are here to talk about what is going on in the industry for Roofers Coffee Shop, Metal Coffee Shop, and Coatings Coffee Shop. Whew, Karen, we made it through IRE, International Roofing Expo.
We did. Wow, what a great show. It was so busy. It was great to see everyone. And we just covered that whole show like nobody's business.
I tell you what, if you weren't at that show, and even if you were at the show, you need to check out our YouTube channel. So many videos from the soundstage, and we're going to have videos from all of the booth interviews that our team did. We had 3 crews at one point out on the show floor getting video, and those are going to be appearing on our YouTube over the next 2 to 3 weeks. So it's like being there again.
I know, because, you know, it's impossible to see everything, I think, at that show.
I do too. It was so huge.
Just the show floor is big. There's classes. So, you know, if you missed something, check out our YouTube channel.
Check it out. And just want to say thank you to everyone out there. The National Women in Roofing Day was awesome. And that's also on our YouTube channel with the live stream.
That's right.
Informa and NRCA, everyone who just made the IRE shine. It was just a great show. So, but we're back at it, Karen. And boy, is there a lot coming up.
There is. Wow. Well, let's start with us because, this will be on demand because you're doing this today while we're later today, is a coatings talk with our friends from Mulehide.
Yeah, it's so great. It's all on liquid applied systems, and really the whole, it's a 101, but more. And it really is going to take you through roof restoration, evaluating the roof, the different types of products, different types of applications, and all from our experts at Mulehide who have some of the best training in the industry. Yeah. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be great.
This is a system that is just becoming so much more popular, or systems, because there are multiple choices. So you want to know, how do I know which system is best, and all the basics, you need to watch this.
And it's a coatings talk. So it's on our Coatings Coffee Shop, and you can find it there under all the coatings talks and all the coating cast, which is our podcast. So lots of great information, educational on Coatings Coffee Shop, as on all the sites. So, and speaking of which, tomorrow also will be on demand. This is more thought leadership that I get really excited about, but it's our coffee conversations, and it's going to be all about Skills USA, sponsored by Johns Manville.
Yeah. Wow. This is, we were there last year. The team from Johns Manville was there last year. It was incredible. But how you get there is you start by working with your local trade and tech schools. And we're going to have folks on that are going to share how to get started, how to do that. And maybe, your kids and your teams will make it to the nationals in Atlanta.
It is, we have such great contractors, Sherry Miles, Baker Roofing, I should say Sherry Miles with Miles Roofing, and then also Baker Roofing. We're going to have John Espenshade on there. We're going to have a representative from Johns Manville who was there, who was at Skills USA last year, really talking about how to start these competitions and how to really get kids from your area at that national, which we will be at, Karen, in July.
It's June. Yeah.
The end of June. That's right. June, the end of June. Right? Yeah. So we also have, and we don't want to leave Metal Coffee Shop out, we have our Metal Talk coming up next week. So you can register for that now.
Right. Yeah. And that is with metal forming. And I'm going to be hosting that one. And we're going to be talking all about new fabrication technology. It's like not the same way we always do it, because there's lots of new stuff coming out. So you'll want to be signed up for that. And if you can't make it, that's also going to be available on demand within 24 hours after it's recorded.
And it's all about the great fabrication machines, which we love. We love our machines. So, okay, let's talk. You know what? While we're talking about that, I just have to say the classifieds. We have another new tech machine in the classifieds. So be sure to check that out. So as you're watching on Metal Coffee Shop, you can check out the classifieds, check out the Metal Talks with Karen. So much information. And metal is one of the fastest growing growing segments of the roofing industry. So
it really is. Yeah.
make sure you're adding that to your business or thinking about it. Okay. One of the things I'm kind of excited about is we have a Lunch and Learn just came out last week. We have another Lunch and Learn coming out next week. And we had a great press release that went out during IRE about our Spanish Lunch and Learns.
That's really exciting. We teamed up with SRS Distribution's Para Latinos, and these Lunch and Learns are all in Spanish. Spanish learning guide. It's really, really exciting. We have 3 out, I believe, now, and we're working on some more.
Yeah. So check that out. You can find those under the Lunch and Learns under the RLW navigation on Roofers Coffee Shop. And we're going to keep going with that. And in fact, it's so cool because underneath the news section, you also see all of our Spanish content. Of course, you can change the whole site into Spanish just up at the top right by hitting English, Spanish, or French, whichever language you prefer. So we're really committed to this, Karen.
Yeah. And, speaking of Lunch and Learned, we just had one come out from Johns Manville about insulation and coverboard 101. So it's all the basics. And just whether Spanish or English, these go about 30 minutes. There's a learning guide. There's quizzes now. So you can take the quiz and earn a certificate, whether you're taking the English or Spanish one, which is a lot of fun. And if you take a photo of yourself or your team watching the Lunch and Learn and send it into us, you could win lunch on us.
Yes. And we have those coming in. I was just listening yesterday. They were picking the winners coming in. And so really fun. Get your whole team together, hang out over lunch, talk, have a discussion like a book club, except for with Lunch and Learn on roofing. I mean, what more could you ask for? That is the best. Talking about, and I just have to bring this up too, talking about learning and education, I just want to do a shout out to Alex Toll, our club coordinator at IRE. We had a lot of our club, new contractors, new roofing companies signing up for the R Club. And we are so excited to welcome all of them. Hopefully you're watching this. Thank you so much for becoming a part of the R Club. If you haven't done it yet, now's the time. There's so much great stuff.
It's a no-brainer.
I know.
There's so much value for, it easily overwrites the cost of membership, which is $50 a month or $500 for a year. It's not very much. But there's so many perks, so many learning opportunities, so much education, so much consulting. John Kenny is a big contributor to the Art Club with safety trainings and peer forums. And it's just, wow. And our members that attend these events and take advantage of these perks are just like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest.
It is so awesome. And we have a new one coming up, second quarter. We're so excited about with Mandy McIntyre and Melissa Chapman. We're going to be talking about company culture and HR. So that's going to be a peer forum where you can come in and share ideas from across the country with these 2 brilliant ladies who are really making a difference with roofing companies with their culture. And like we said, John Kenny, Karen, and then we also have our marketing peer forum with you and I. And so just so much for your whole company. So check it out. And along with that, a number of folks, I do want to also shout out to our second press release that went out over IRE that was for our influencers for 2024.
And we have them for each site, Roofers Coffee Shop, Metal Coffee Shop, and Coatings Coffee Shop. So check out that press release. It's on each one of those sites, has the list of all the influencers. And we have a topic each month. And then our influencers send in a video response or they write up their reply about how they handle this situation or how they make sure they stay competitive or, so many different topics and such good insight that they provide.
You can, in the newsroom, you can find all of our influencer articles and videos and see all of the influencers are all up to date and they each have a directory too. So you can learn about them. So all great stuff. So I guess we'll wrap this up with the newsroom, Karen. Really cool article that just came out from GAF, who is on our site.
Yeah. So, well, first I have to say, we had so many press releases come in over the last week just because everyone rolls out new stuff, around the IRE. So definitely visit the newsroom. But we thought this was pretty cool. GAF just rolled out Scope Connect, which is their turnkey service. It offers a complete insurance scope of work in an industry standard format, and you get it in less than 24 hours. How cool is that?
That is so cool.
And
it's just everything's moving so fast and making it so much easier for people, the contractors.
Right. Yeah, that technology, they're making it as easy as they can for you. And you'll read that press release, you'll recognize a lot of the names of who they've partnered with to make this possible.
Yeah. Right. Congratulations to all of the companies out there, all their great launches, innovations, information. Like Karen said, you can find all that in the press room. We had so much come in over IRE. So take a chance, grab a cup of coffee, sit down, and scroll back over the last week or so, because there's a lot of information that you don't want to miss. And we know for those of you who are at IRE, it was a busy week. So,
oh yeah. Check out our product and services section, because that's where most of those new products are. You're going to find them.
And I want to say thank you all. It was wonderful seeing everybody at IRE. Thank you for being on and watching us. The Weekly Blends just celebrated its 100th episode last week at IRE. And Karen and I are super excited to bring you 100 more.
That's right.
So we will see you next week on the Weekly Blend.